Hello folks, and welcome back to part 3 of my Alexander campaign for Rome Total War. Now, in the last episode, I did take 3 settlements, right? Lampsacus and Halicarnassus and Epidamnus, which makes me feel pretty good about my position in this campaign so far. And then looking forward to Sinope and Issus, even that doesn't look too bad, you know? There's a small, well, not small, but over half, maybe 3/4 Persian army up here, led by Captain Melchior. And then a small Persian force here, led by Captain Ares. And then Sinope and Issus itself are both just garrisoned by a single general unit each, which, again, isn't that bad. So this is looking okay, but I have been warned by a viewer who is playing this campaign side by side, and he just happens to mention that he also got stuck right here in Lampsacus by hordes of Persian armies coming on in. So despite the fact that this is all I can see, I'm wondering, you know, like, what is just beyond the veil, right? So I'm tempted to think that their best plan of action is to not get stuck here and to press on and to attack this little force just to get it out of the way as fast as possible. And then go after Sinope, I would say. I would want to try to keep my back to the wall if I can. If there are going to be Persian forces coming from... Well, he didn't say which direction. Well, east, obviously, but from here, or even up here, it looks like they could maybe get by. I don't know. I don't know if they all came together or separately. I just didn't know. So, my idea is that if I attack Sinope, at least this way, I can kind of present 2 targets for the Persians, that being Lampsacus and then also Sinope. Also, I like the bridges here and then here. They can be used, and maybe the Persians will split their forces. Again, if this wave comes, we will see. So, just to get started, I think that my guys still have some movement. Yeah, I think that we can bounce out and take on this force while leaving a little bit behind. These guys can get inside, I think. Looks like they can get inside. So they will be my garrison while I am training up a peasant, I suppose, just to keep that garrison going while I can move all these guys onward. I can only retrain... Can't retrain that much here. Yeah, I can retrain hoplites and pacifists, so not a ton. Although I do... Ooh, yeah, I actually could use some pacifists, yeah. I don't have any in my main army. I have 1 unit here, and then 2 units here, but I'm waiting for that peasant to be trained up before they get moved on as well. So we're not really waiting for them. We're kind of moving a bit too quickly for them to catch up, but who knows, maybe that'll change. And then up here, we're just kind of doing our own thing. We're kind of marching against the barbarians, and I don't have a general leading this army. I have a spy. Hopefully I can look ahead and, you know, make sure that I'm not going to wander into any losing battles. And I'm going to leave these guys here for a while. I mean, for now, until I just train some stuff up. I just have to kill a general and a peasant, so not much, but as we all know, general units can do a lot of work, so I want to make sure that when I do attack them and get rid of them, that they don't just kind of stop me. So I suppose I could continue to train Hoplites and Epidamnus. Why not? And Pacifists and Pella and Agrianians and Sparta. Like, why not? Just because they will continue to move east and, you know, reinforce this army. Now, in Byzantium, I can't recruit anymore. I don't have enough people. So we're going to take a break on that. That is fine. However, one thing that I noticed, I think that it's going to be... I think that I can actually, like, make a good case for getting ports here. 86 to 282. So let's get a port in Pella. I wasn't going to invest too heavily in economic stuff. That's just too good of an investment. So let's do that. I don't really see the value in building roads still, despite the fact that they have a double value of increasing the economy while also increasing the rate that armies move through the provinces. I'm moving too quickly through my provinces for that to be an issue, or for that to come of value. And then in addition to that, paved roads, like comparing paved roads to ports, for instance. Ports take 2 turns and they cost 800 florins or denarii, sorry, and then paved roads take the 3 turns and they cost 1200 denarii. So yeah, it's a bit more money and one extra turn, and And why? You know, it's less money and I'm not getting that value from that other thing that's providing, which is that movement, speed, or range, or what have you. So I'm probably going to continue to not do that, but yeah, mostly just retraining soldiers, hiring mercenaries, and of course hiring new units when and where I can. So like here in Halicarnassus, I'm looking forward to finally getting some cav out because my cav here is starting to look a little bit raggedy. So my 3 generals is really kind of holding this force together. Yeah. And with that being said, I'm also tempted to leave behind Parmenion and Lampsacus for now. Just because if I do take Sinop, I'm tempted to enslave it and then try to boost the population of Lampsacus so that it eventually starts making more money. Maybe, you know, get a port there. Who knows? So that's what I'm tempted to do. For now, though, let's jump out and stomp this Persian force. This should be more than enough, guys. So let's go and do this. And do this. And what do we got? So 2 Kardakes and then a Hyrcanian Cav. That's going to be their Jav Cav. Persian Infantry, Mardian Archers, and Hyrcanian Cav. Yeah. Let's run these guys down, shall we? I'm actually thinking in this case that I would rather take a fight in the forest if I could. Just because they do have those missile troops, and I don't really... Yeah, I don't really have those same types of quality of missile troops. Especially those long-range archers. So yeah, if I could take a fight here and try to mitigate some of that damage that they will be putting out, I'd rather do that. Also, it's worth keeping in mind, I wonder if I should be more bold with my generals. Obviously, they do have... You know, they do regenerate their bodyguard units. So, yeah, it's tempting. It is. Just to kind of, like, reduce the casualties on my other cav units. Especially my poor companion cav. These poor guys. That's my only unit left of them. 24 guys. Yeah. Yeah, they've gotten a bit banged up. These archers are already shooting at us, and I don't like that one bit. So, instead of just waiting here and taking it, let's go ahead and run up on ahead. I have to remind myself that a lot of my units, especially my phalangites, I'm pretty sure that they do have the increased vigor trait, so that running those guys around is something that I shouldn't be too afraid of. Something that I probably don't do enough of in my battles is like running my guys. Something that you see a lot of YouTubers do is just run the entire battle, which of course you shouldn't do. You know, you should probably, you know, maintain their vigor, their stamina. But then again, there's definitely a time when, you know, closing in with the enemy is what you want to be doing instead. So yeah, there's definitely some give and take here. And I do like the idea of like a charging pike wall. Like, I think that is, you know, it's not, I don't know, it's hard to say. There's definitely some like conflicting opinions on how pike blocks moved, but it's my understanding that pike blocks could move in a straight line pretty quickly. You know, so like, yeah, let's get the guys down. That, oh shit, I messed that shit up. Oops, messed that up. Yeah, let's try to get pikes down, please, and get into those guys. They're already breaking. Good. Go around here. We're getting jab tosses into them, and you're getting into them. And then, yeah, let's charge the generals in. I feel like this is going to be, yeah, there's the break. And then there's the Thracian mercenaries. Let's get them going as well. And then, yeah, let's just charge the cav in. Go. We can lead with Alexander, and then hopefully everyone else breaks. There we go. Let's go there. And then let's have my Agrianians. Let's make sure we take you off of skirmish mode. There we go. And then we just have to finish running down everyone else. Yep, there goes their general. That's gonna do it. So we did lose 51 men, but we killed 541. And I didn't lose any companion cav in that battle, so yeah, huzzah for that.
Victory!
And then, where can you go from here? So, let's see. We can't get to that bridge. We can't get to that one either. And you're right there. Well, let's get as close to this bridge as we can.
Onward.
So let's come up that way.
Sir. Sir.
You guys get in there, and then... yeah, we're gonna recruit that. Keep Hermione in here, I think. And then I'll just double check my towns and villages and making sure that I'm recruiting everything that I want to be recruiting. That looks good. Let's continue on here. And yeah, there it is. There it is, yeah. So candidate for adoption, benefactor is going to be Alexander, and this is going to be Clearchus of Ilium, 26 years old, 1-star general, wall breaker. Okay, +2 command when assaulting walls, and yeah, he's solid, 26, sure, we'll take it. We'll take another general, absolutely. Is he going to be right in this army? No, he's going to be in Armenian's army. And yeah, there they are. So it looks like, okay, so the army that was up here has come down here, which is interesting because it kind of makes me feel like Sinope is wide open.
At your service.
So almost 12,000 in the treasury. And the consular's chambers in Sparta is finally finished. And then we have our units trained up as well. Alright, yeah, that's a handful to deal with. Absolutely. And it's tempting. I can reach Sinope, it looks like. But how many armies would be able to reach me? At least 2. At least this one, and then this one. And then maybe even that one. And they have a lot of Mardians too. Not this army. This army we can see. Yeah, there's at least 3. Probably 5 in that army. And this is a mystery stack.
My lord.
I wonder, let's come up here.
On my way.
See if there's anything else coming from this direction.
On my way. Out of moves, sire.
Not that I can see, but I could just come swinging right on in. So at least 3.5 stacks for now. To be dealt with by my, what, 1.5 stack? What can I train up here or hire? I can hire some mercenary hoplites. Yeah, it's something. It's something. How far can I get my Hippaspists?
My lord? Yes,
They could come up. Oh, they could make it to Lampsicus. Okay, that. Yeah, okay. Yes. Yes, let's do that.
Forward.
That feels better.
Yes, Strategos.
And then I could even train up another unit of Hippaspists. Because I already have 4 hoplites in here, so that's something. And I got my Phalangites as well. 2 cav units. It's not quite, you know, I don't have my my Egrianians here. And then, yeah, 2 generals plus, well, 1 prodromoi, so there's another cav unit. I can start getting some more cav from here as well, like it's lower taxes. And then prodromoi or auxiliary Thracian cav. Prodromoi are a bit more expensive to get. Upkeep is going to be... Wow, the auxiliary Thracian cav is... Upkeep is 55 compared to the 150 for the prodromoi, wow. Yeah, these guys are Jav Cav, which is exciting. I do like my Jav Cav, I do. These guys have just, you know, better stats. They get better defense for the Thracians. Missile attack of 6. Melee attack of 6, charge bonus of 3. That's 8 and 8. Charge bonus and attack. Do you like my 3? I like Jav Cav, I do. But is Jav Cav like what I really need against this stuff? I don't know. I feel like my best tool against the Persians has been like a striking arm of cav rather than like my skirmishing elements. So maybe I just keep going for Dromoi. pump those bad boys out so I can hammer into the Persians and get into their archers, right? And then up here, okay, we got our eyes on someone. Artaxius, plus 4 other units.
Yes, master.
Can we get up here?
My way. Out of moves, sire.
Okay, so we don't know where their settlement is.
Sir!
Let's come up here on this side of the mountain, and that way, if he does come around and attack us, we might have a height advantage.
March! Moves depleted, sir!
Up here.
Yes,
How do we want to take this? Cleanup is very, very tempting.
Yes, master.
Just going right for it.
Sir!
But I would for sure be jumped on by multiple armies if I did that. Just sitting on a bridge, I don't know. That probably is going to be the safest way to fight this. Thinking about it this way, the thing that the Persians do is that despite the fact that I feel comfortable beating the armies, it seems like I always do take casualties no matter what, right? Like they're not clean, like really clean victories. They still have their skirmish elements, which just do damage, and they do kind of drag me down and kind of force me to commit aggressively with my cav, which, you know, kind of brings out more casualties amongst my cavalry. And the one way that I feel like I can kind of turn the tides on that type of battle is by forcing them upon my spears of my infantry rather than my cav, as we did in my first river battle. And by doing that, all of a sudden, you know, all their scary cav units or mobile units or anything really kind of turns it, you know, once they're forced onto my spears, onto my pikes, it's a bit easier to manage. Now, those battles are still not comfortable because there's still all those archers, those long-range archers I have to deal with. But that felt manageable, whereas fighting this many Persians on the open field seems a bit more precarious. So
Forward!
let's hang out on a bridge, and you know what? Who needs the hoplite more, Parmenion or Alexander? Let's give Alexander a mercenary hoplite, just to give him a bit more meat. Because yeah, this might be the bad move. You know, if we can just kind of get stuck on this bridge, who knows if Parmenion and Clearchus can ever come out and help out. So yeah, let's get that Hippaspis there. We got the Prodromoi being trained up.
Sir!
And then, do I feel like I'm ready
Orders! Onward! Moves depleted, sir!
to fight that guy that's in the woods? I feel, you know, I would like one more hoplite, honestly. I know that might be an overkill, but these guys are all going to be joining the fight eventually, so I don't feel that bad training these units back here. They, you know, whatever, come what may, they will be eventually making their way over and joining the fight eventually. So, and really, we don't know what else is up here. It's tempting to take the barbarians for granted. It is. I feel it. I really want to, but you know what happens when you do that. So let's keep pumping these guys out, and we may as well, like, we have the money for it, right? So as long as I'm not building buildings really.
My lord!
And I'm gonna keep this hoplite here until we've, you know, dealt with the immediate threat that's visible. Now, this is something that I just wanted to return to, just in case people wanted to kind of find out the answer to this, because when I first was building those consular's chambers in Sparta on turn 1, and I was wondering if that directly had anything to do with squalor being high. I'm trying to remember what that number was. It was higher than 50, I think. Wasn't it like 60 or 65? And I feel like by building those consular's chambers, that has directly reduced my squalor. But I might have to return to my part 1 to remind myself of exactly what that number is. But yeah, anyway, so that might be the answer to that. That's something I've been wondering for a while. I thought it did. I thought it directly did reduce squalor. or you know, conversely, create squalor by not keeping up to with your administrative buildings as you go along. But in any case, I'm just checking in on my taxes before I continue on. Nope, can't do that. Yes, yes, yes. And that's very high. Looks good. This is a big entering right here. So you're gonna lay siege to Lampsicus, and that's a big army.
We are besieged.
And then they are gonna attack. They are, okay. Okay, alright. 1-to-1 strength ratio. They do outnumber me by like 600 guys. But they're gonna be having their Harkanian cav, that's gonna be their Jav cav, then the Kodakes, Persian infantry, Persian peltasts, Harkanian horsemen, immortals. And then how many archers in this one? So 4 archers in this army, which is scary, it is. But just to remind myself, in that first battle that I fought with Parmenion, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it 5 archers or was it even more? I can't quite remember, but still, yeah, that's a lot of Persians. And I think that this is a good opportunity for me to fight them here on this bridge. So let's do it.
The day has dawned, grim and terrible, but how much more terrible to be facing us, the sons of Hercules, Achilles, and Zeus. Even now, fear must weaken the bowels of our foes. Now, take up the sword, look to your arms and armor. Now comes the hour when we test Greek courage.
As I did in that first river battle, I'm going to be just kind of deploying off of the river until they get deployed so that I'm not getting shot by the archers during that deployment phase. And then once they start to cross, that's when I will... Ooh, actually, let me check. Is there only going to be one crossing point? It's actually kind of hard for me to tell sometimes. So I'm looking for kind of an off-color, kind of a shallower... Does it? I don't know. I don't know if it does show on the mini-map. And just make it more easier that way. But I'm not seeing any. I think it's just going to be the one bridge. Which is good. That's good for us. Yeah, so we'll hang out here. And then when they start to cross that bridge, that's when I'm going to be running on up. Putting my pikes down. It seems like what they like to do is get into a column. Matching up to the bridge first. I don't know why they don't just do that. For the battle. You know? Instead of waiting for the battle to begin. And another thing to keep in mind, and this is interesting, it kind of felt like the AI was going easy on me a little bit in that first river battle because they, despite the fact that I had like run up to the bridge and the archers had already deployed, it felt like there was a pretty substantial amount of time where they weren't firing at me, like until their units started to actually kind of advance into the river. I don't know, there's a weird timing there where I thought that I'd be getting shot at, and eventually they were shooting, but there was definitely some time there where I was like, I could have taken some more volleys, and I'm glad that I didn't. And I was wondering if it was just coded that way to make it easier for the player to win that first river battle. That would be kind of a weird thing for the devs to do, I think, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out in this one and see if they do that same thing, or if they're just gonna start shooting as soon as I come into range. There might be a weird river attack coding thing as well that's going on. Oh, like this too. Like if archers just get stuck and they don't end up shooting because they're not in formation. Oh, no, they're gonna figure it out. Not too bad. Oh, and I'm liking the looks of this. Their captain, their general, is right there. It's the second unit in line for death. And that's gonna be their Harkanians. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's looking pretty good. They're all deployed, so it looks like there's the move order. So let's get my guys going here, and then here. And yeah, their cav are moving pretty quickly. Hopefully I didn't mistime that. Let's go here, and then here, and then... Let's go here. Get your pointy sticks down. There you go. There you go. And then pointy six down here. And then here as well. And actually, let's just get you guys up here. There they go. There they go. So they're getting wasted. Let's get the boys up. Alright, so far so good. I think I can even... It's tempting to push on up, but that's their general right there. And yeah, I really want him just to die. There he goes.
And now his men
Wonderful.
fear us. It is time to press the attack.
But we don't want to waste this opportunity. We definitely want to kill as many more of them as we can. So let's bring up these guys. Let's go like here. And then let's go like here. And then let's go like that on that side. We can stay back with our cav. Let's actually try to stay away from those archers. We can go over here. Try to stay centrally located. And go like that. And there we go. So Harcanians are coming on in. Let's actually just really just bring on in the pikes. There you go, there you go. And then just bring up the hoplites as well to really get those gaps. Like right here, there's a gap. Let's get that, let's get that. And then let's blow my horn. Just to make sure, because yeah, there's a gap there. And I like that gap. So let's hit that with a couple of my dudes there. And then let's put you guys on loose formation because I feel like you guys are getting shot by stuff. So let's get back with my cav. I just wanted to plug the gap. I'm not trying to really go on in. I just wanted to plug the gap until my hoplites could get in. Nope, not you guys. You guys. You guys go in. You guys go in. And then, yeah, maybe bring in the Thracians as well. Let's bring you up. And let's bring you up as well. And yeah, they're doing some pretty hefty damage to my boys. Those archers are. So that's a little worrying for sure. We're getting some big breaks happening here. Yeah, a lot of these units are breaking, so I think that this is the time. So let's charge in here, and then here, and then here, and then yeah, let's bring this army down. Yeah, the archers are starting to draw off, so I really want to run them down if I can. Force pass these guys through. Generals, get through, please. And by that I mean run as fast as you freaking can. And then, yeah, you guys as well. Try to get these archers. Alright, there's that red line. Come on, guys, get them. Oh, no. Are they going to make it? Oh, no. Don't let this happen to me. Oh, this is so bad. If they make it, that's 4 units of long-range archers that I wanted to get rid of. No. Looks like Alex might hit him. Alex gets that final burst in. And there's a hit. Try to get to them as well. Yep, that's fine, but try to get these guys. Get these guys. No. Oh, man. Well, did we kill enough of them, though? Holy shit, looks like we just killed 85% of them. So the army should be wiped, right?
This is a heroic victory, worthy of
oh, wow. I think we barely pulled off wiping that army. Despite the fact that we just barely got those guys at the end. So we lost 313. We took some losses. Our phalangites took some... Yeah, that's rough, dude. Man, sure, like we killed 1462. Like, great victory, right? But you can see really how the attrition takes its toll. For sure, so... What do we have here? Yeah, that's... Jesus. Oh, yeah, oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, that's a lot. Wow. That is a lot. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Yeah, that is... I thought the initial wave was a lot, but no. Okay, so 9,000 in the treasury. Sure. Persia's the most advanced faction. And Anicia, new family member, Clearchus of Ilium, has gotten married, and Alexander is now a good commander. Okay. We have our port in Pella, and then we have our dudes. Yeah, so can Lysander actually, or not Lysander, but can Parmenion actually sally out and beat these guys on his own? It's not a full stack, but let's see here. 3 heavy cav units. It's going to be a tough fight, but...
Yes, Strategos.
Oh, and you guys are advancing back past me. Oh, man. Okay. I didn't even notice that. And we have fleets. We have some fleets blockading my ports. Holy smokes. All sorts of nonsense is happening. Do I need to bring these guys down to Anatolia? Huh. Yeah, I hadn't really thought of that. I honestly kind of didn't think that I was going to be needing them.
Ready to sail.
But now I'm wondering,
My lord.
do I need to pull back? And regroup my forces and then before pushing out again? Because what I could do... Now I don't know about Parmenion and Clearchus. I don't know how they would turn out in this outcome, but
Yes, Strategos.
what I'm wondering is, do I pull back to Halicarnassus, or essentially to this bridge if I can make it there? What's the fastest way to that bridge? It'd be this way. Get there in 2 turns. But what happens in that meantime? You know, these stacks come on in. This is going to hold for 5 turns. Now, it's possible that I can sally out and beat this 1 stack. It's possible. I don't know how likely that is.
My lord.
But maybe that's what I bet on, is Parmenion and Clearchus holding in Lampsacus, Alexander retreating back to this bridge, and holding Halicarnassus / the bridge until just my forces frickin' come on in from Greece and the Balkans. That means I'd have to get my fleets back into action, but I mean, I do have the port here, so that's really helpful. That means that I can, you know, bounce back and forth within 1 turn and land troops and, yeah, reinforce this action here. Yeah, that might be the way to go. That's the only way that I can see, really, because this position is not tenable.
Yes, master.
You know, like there's this temptation that maybe I could have pushed on to Sinope and take that, but that also wouldn't have really saved me, because then I would have just had another situation of like in Lampsacus, but you know, for both of my armies. So I don't know if that would have been the answer. Yeah, I think I need to take these guys and disengage. Like, taking Alexander down here to Lampsacus is it's an idea, but he's just going to be in reinforcement range of those 2 armies plus them if they wanted to come on in. Now, would I rather fight like that? Because then I could at least fight him and get rid of that stack, and then I would have basically potentially 3 stacks versus my... Oh, I don't know. What would you call that? It's 2 banged up stacks? It's not, yeah, it's not a easy... Not an easy call there. The more that I look at this fight, the more that I'm not seeing it. I just don't know if my garrison of Lampsacus can take on this force. I mean, those 5 Mardians, and I think that is 5 Mardians, is going to be very troublesome. Very, very tough. I mean, this is also probably... So it's going to be 4 Persians at least. And then 3 Kadakes. The spears really mess up my cav. I mean, obviously, right? It's just that it's one of those... It's kind of tempting to look at the Persians and think like they're pretty shitty troops, but considering that my striking arm is my cav, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if my infantry... Maybe that's what I do instead. Maybe I should be pushing more aggressively with my spears, as I, you know, kind of, in a way, do with my river battles. Present a wall of spears and kind of rush forward. Because really, if we look at this army, like, nothing can really handle that. And then keep my cav back and play it defensively until their cav commits. And then I, you know, react to that. Rather than getting my cav overextended, which I feel like I tend to do with my cavalry, knowing that it is, you know, high quality cav. So maybe that's, you know, maybe I just talked myself into it. Maybe I talked myself into giving this a whack and seeing... Yeah, so 5 Mardians, 2 Hyrcanians, 2 Barcanians, 3 Kadakes, and 4 Persian infantry. So yeah, it's a thing, it's exactly what I was thinking, where like, the cav, yes, when they get overextended, they really do get knocked down by these armor-piercing horsemen and the spear bonus infantry. But if I push with my wall of spears, I feel like I might have a chance here. Yeah, 1-to-1 strength ratio. And Parmenion himself is a beast. He is a 6-star general, so we should give him his credit. I'm going to be starting at this side gate here and getting my army formed up. My peasants will stay inside and just, you know, watch the gate, and let's get going here. Yeah, usually I'm used to fighting sally battles as a form of like just using archers and horse archers and whatnot to do as much damage to the enemy as possible, but in this case, you know, I don't have those unit types, right? So it's kind of more of a, can I just literally beat their army in an open field battle kind of situation? And I suppose we will find out. That is a lot of open ground to cover in the face of 5 Mardian archers, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I wonder, should I bring the peasants out just as a distraction piece? Maybe draw some fire from those archers? My army's all formed up, and it just feels massively dwarfed by their army. This is not feeling good. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but here we are. We're trying it. We're gonna see what we can get done. Yeah, it might be... I don't know. The Persian army might not be as scary as it looks, but it looks kind of scary. Just a lot of units, you know? A lot of guys that can really overwhelm my guys. And I don't know, Parmenian's a good leader, he is, but is it going to be enough to hold this group together as they attempt to punch through that formation? Those archers are starting to move forward now, and I think that that might be my cue to start running forward with my guys here, and then here, and then here. Let's try to take away space from those archers and get into formation as quickly as possible. Quickly. Come on. And then spears down, spears down, spears down, spears down, and spears down. So they're gonna get caught. So that unit's gonna get hit. Let's just send those guys into combat and hit them. So yeah, they got... So let's do another charge. Let's do another charge. Oh yeah, they can't charge when they have their frickin' spears up. So spears up, spears up. Charge, charge, charge. Charge, charge, charge. And then you guys get here. Charge. And let's go spears back down, spears back down, spears back down. Alright, all spears down. Spears are down, right? Yes, okay. And just get into combat with those guys. Don't, like, hang out and just let them hit our dudes. Same thing here. When they wrap around the formation, just go into combat. Alright, looking good. Let's do another charge, maybe. No, they want to send another unit, that's fine. Let's just pull back here. And same thing here. Jesus. Come back, come back, come back. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's do another forward charge. Spears up. And charge forward. You should be running. And then you should come up. And then you should come up as well. Oh, you guys got out of your group. Okay, I don't know how that happens, but you come up here, please. And have stay in the pocket here, and then stay in the pocket here. And let's do another charge forward. I'll keep spears down for these guys on the flanks because they're not really... Aren't you guys... I must have degrouped you guys. Alright, so let's come forward here. And so we got some guys on the flanks, so I gotta keep an eye on that here and then here. And let's see here, is this a charge or I can't quite tell. Arcanians, let's just hang tight for now. Let's hang tight. Let's get a little mini charge here. And we'll keep an eye on them. Our dudes can throw their spears, and then let's get spears down. Alright, so they're breaking. Man, you guys... Okay, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. You guys come up, and then you put your spears down, please. You stay in the pocket. And then you come up and support your dudes like that. And... let's start inching forward here. And let's do this. Are you guys on... Just making sure that, yeah, they don't have a skirmish for a high pacifist. They shouldn't. They're like a hybrid unit. And then, yep, just keep coming up here. And then push forward past these guys until you get into contact like that. And then same thing here. You come up here and support that fight. Whereas you zone out on this side like that, and then you zone out on that side, just so they don't push in there. So yeah, we're breaking them there. You push in there, and then you zone out there, and like that. So yeah, we're breaking them. That's looking fine. That's looking okay so far. Man, these fucking... Can I get these guys back, or are they dead? Can you guys get back, please? Let's wait for them to engage before we hit. Yeah, there we go. So that's the hit. And now these archers are kind of exposed. So, and I have infantry on this side of the field anyway, so that looks okay. And then on this side, these archers look like they're exposed as well. So let's do that. And now it's just the center that... Yeah, let's bring guys up here. And then let's bring up infantry to support. And you guys bring your spears up just so that you can move quicker. And this looks okay. You guys bring your spear. I think your spear's already up. And that looks like a decent break. Let's try to run down everything that we can. And yeah, here. And then here. Please run these guys down. Please, please, please. How are we doing on enemy kills? Only 68? Yeah, that's not going to be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. I don't know if we're going to be getting an army wipe here. What are you guys? Are those the Kadakes? Ugh, shoot. Can I disengage? Can I freaking break these guys? Oh god, those are their spearmen there that really hurt my guys. Alright, can you just chase them, please? And... yeah, try to kill as many... What are we up to? 73? Yeah, not enough to do the job. Not enough to do the job. We just have to get this last group of Kadakes off, and they should break being hit. There we go, there's the break. So, yeah, we got a victory. That feels good.
Only frightened rabbits running from our men.
We're not gonna get the wipe though, are we? Even with that last unit. Yeah, 80%. Yeah, not quite. That's too bad. Still, we did a lot of damage to them, but I feel like a lot of those archers got away, which is a shame. That was like my main target, right? But still, that was okay. Actually. Yeah, I'm shocked, I guess? Yeah, that was kind of okay. Yeah, that gives me a little bit of hope. So we killed almost 1,200 there, guys, and we lost 119. So not bad. Not bad. Huh. Interesting. So that's how that can work. So trait increase, superior commander. Parmenian just gets better and better. And he's 42, so he has some time left. Okay. Gosh, does that give me any more confidence or no? I'm trying to decide. Does that give me any more confidence? I don't think so. I think that the plan remains to fall back with Alexander. I mean, right? We have to. Like, there's a freaking army in my backfield. So I think that falling back and resecuring this area and knowing now what this army is capable of against a pretty solid Persian army, and even again, remember, just like even if I don't have to fight a Sally battle, and if they just put me under siege, I still do have 5 turns from that point, and each turn this army survives, I can train up another unit, you know, as long as it's not under siege. So yeah, I can just retrain all of those guys, and then recruit another, oh, I don't know, Paspis or Hoplite. Let's see, what do I feel like I need more of in this army? The 4 Hypaspis I think were solid. I think I need more Hoplites. I need more frontage. I need more Cav, really, but yeah, we'll do with what we can for now. Cav is going to be coming from Halicarnassus eventually. We'll get there, boys. We'll get there. But I think that, yeah, I think Alex has to go back. And see. We'll see, yeah, we'll see what Captain Melchior wants to do. Does he want to fight Alex, or does he gonna go after Parmenion? What is going to be the play for him? And then I think this army can probably see. Let's see what's going on over here. So 3 barbarian spearmen and a barbarian archer. Can I even reach them? No, we can't even reach them in this turn.
At your service.
Where's their freaking settlement? It's not
Moving into position.
here. How long is this province?
Yes, Strategos.
Well, I think that, so let's hang out here.
Forward, ready to ambush.
So we're in ambush stance, and so they can continue.
My lord.
They'll continue on as long as, you know, we're only seeing him so far. We see another 3 barbarian sacks, I'll start to get very scared. But for now, what I'm thinking is, let's bring these guys to the port.
Yes, sir.
I know these guys can reach that boat from here, but then going from here to here, if they could make it on shore, my fleet wouldn't have enough movement range to get safely back to port. So we're going to be meeting here instead. And I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's just meet up here. Those brigands, they're in the woods somewhere. Hopefully they don't attack Pella. Oh god, they could. Ah, they could. That is something that brigands do sometimes. Damn. I have to leave some troops behind, don't I? I mean, I can keep training stuff, obviously. So there is that. Yeah, let's bring everyone. Let's bring everyone that I can. I can literally just keep training a unit in all 3 places. So even if they were to place one of my settlements under siege, I could, I think, team up on that literally that one general and those peasants and bring them down eventually. I think. So are we going to be fine here in Pella? Yep, just lower taxes and we'll be fine. And I can go ahead and get on the boats right away with them.
Yes, Strategos. My lord.
You'll just come up to Pella, I suppose. And then, yeah, I think I want these. Well, how many turns before they get on? Shoot, I'd have to wait 2 turns for these hoplites. Damn. I don't know if I want to wait 2 turns for that.
Sir, ships ready.
I think I just want to bring these guys over as soon as I can. And I do have these hoplites too. So, yeah, let's get them on the boats. Can I train anything else here? I could. I could get a hoplite in Byzantium. Yeah. Yeah, that's tempting. Yeah, that just feels like the safer play.
My lord.
And is there anything else creeping around? Like, how screwed are we? There's another army there.
On my way.
Okay, I mean, so there's that. That's all I'm seeing is that one army there. Plus these 3. Yeah, you know, I just wonder like how many we'll keep pouring on in. That's the question. Now I am tempted to build this tier 2 wooden wall here in Lampsicus. Now I'm not going to have 2 turns to build it, but what if I do fight off an enemy again for, you know, another turn and then maybe I could eventually finish it? It would give me more time under defense, wouldn't it? Oh, I can't remember. Shoot. Does extra siege time come from wooden or come from wall upgrades or from settlement tier upgrades? Shoot. I can't remember. So maybe it's not worth it. Because I was just thinking that it would increase my siege holdout time, but maybe it wouldn't. Yeah, I can't remember. Well, I think that's going to be it for this turn, so let's just see what they want to do. So yeah, another enemy wants to come on in. It's another one of their, well, not full stacks, so
Surrounded.
there's that. And yeah, they went straight for Halicarnassus. Well, Alexander's going to mess them up, I think.
Under siege.
And
We have been ambushed.
we ambushed them, but they ran away?
Yes, strategos.
What was that? Like the ambush worked, but we didn't get an ambush battle? What the hell happened? Is that how... What? I don't know. Is that how that works? Alright, so we got 4 units there. So we got some barbarians trickling on in. Nothing crazy, but, you know, enough to make me raise an eyebrow. Alright, settlement besieged. Lampsicus, yes. And then Halicarnassus, yes, yes. Got 5,000 in the treasury, so yeah, we're not making money now because our settlements are under siege. New family member, Antidorus of Ilium. I don't recall an Antidorus in the story. In the stories, the histories, as they say. Alright, so yeah, this is a very cav-heavy army here. Very, very cav-heavy. And can Alex reach them? It looks like he possibly should be able to. And then, can Parmenion beat... Ooh, what are these guys? Ooh, what do we got here? Some heavy Bactrians, eh? So, their defense is pretty high. Charge bonus is high. Attack doesn't seem that good. Like, compared to the Prodromoi, who have 8 and 8... Well, actually, what do Prodromoi have for their defense? I can't remember. Is it 8, 8, and 8? 8, 8, and 5. Okay, so yeah, their defense is insane. So yeah, they're like proper heavy, but our like the Prodromoi attack is 1 higher, but their charge is, you know, 1 less. So overall, this unit doesn't have like a really substantial attack base. I mean, it's, you know, solid. It's definitely a solid heavy cav piece based on its stats. It's mostly just gonna be the defense, and that armor really 18. It's pretty high, right? No shield, although it looks like it's holding a shield, but there's no shield value. That's kind of weird. Interesting. And yeah, I don't think there's... I'm trying to think, because this is the earliest time period in a Total War game today, you know, to the time that this game had come out. And I'm trying to remember, like, do the Macedonians have any real armor piercing specialists? Not that I can remember. The Bactrians have their Barcanian Cav, or Axe Cav, but I don't know if we have anything that really specializes in taking a unit like that down. Those are 3 of those units, so... yeah. I mean, I guess the simple answer is just that, hey, we have our hoplites and our phalanxes, so that should do the trick, I guess? But then, at least 4 Mardian archers, which is pretty scary. And then I wonder what else they have. In fact...
My lord.
Let's just bring my dude over.
Investigate.
And spy... Wait, this is a faction leader? Darius Kodamanus. That's a faction leader? Huh. Incompetent defender. Yeah, it's Darius, I guess. I don't know why he's clean shaven. That's a fuck ton of archers. Jesus, that's 6 archers, 4 Bactrians, but like really no infantry? So our spears should mess. You know what? Yeah, we should do well against this. We can just do what we did the last time. You know, because the more that we put pressure on them, the more that their archers kept reshuffling and they weren't really staying on station and firing at us. And that seemed to mitigate a lot of that effectiveness of their missile units. So yeah, I reckon we can repeat our success of the last battle there. And then I reckon we can clean this up as well with Alexander's army. Yeah, pretty cav heavy. And again, we have our phalangites, so that should be okay. I don't think that I'm going to be getting all of these battles in that I need to fight in this turn, because we have this one up here against the barbarians, and then this one down here in Halicarnassus, and then of course the sally outside of Lampsacus. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get at least one of these fights on in. So let's come down here. And yeah, right. We have our Prodromoi coming in from Halicarnassus as well. That helps out. Sure does. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 Persian infantry. And then it's going to be 2 Jav Cav and 3 Barcanians. And then the 1 Mardian. So yeah, not bad. Just make sure that the AI is not controlling my reinforcements. And let's head on in.
Before night comes, this battle will be done. Whether the day goes well or not is in our hands. Brave sons of Greece, fight well and earn the favor of the gods. So let your battle cry be victory, victory and honor!
To take part in the battle!
You know, another nice thing about coming back to Halicarnassus is that that's going to give us an opportunity to retrain our units here, especially our phalangites, which actually can get retrained in Halicarnassus, which is really nice. So, you know what? It's probably a good thing that we came back here anyway. Yeah, this army needs some juice for sure. And it can link up with those Prodromoi that are being trained up here as well. So yeah, all in all, it's going to be pretty solid. We can even, depending on how quickly I can get my guys that are in Greece currently, they can get overseas in 1 turn, which is nice. Oh really? Did they give us peasants for our only reinforcement? They didn't give me any of my cav units? Oh yeah. Whatever. But yeah, depending on how quickly I can get those other units into the action, maybe I can get some more Hippaspis in this army as well, which would be a welcome addition. I'm happy to move through the forest here, and I expected them to really just kind of back off and make me come to them, as in leave the forest, but they've just ran up very close to me. Yeah, they might just be doing the good old-fashioned AI mind games on me, which always works. Yeah, I don't blame them for always using it. It's a method that works on me all the time, going back all the way to Shogun 1, really. Yeah, that constant running back and forth, it gets me. It does. It really tricks me into, oh, I don't know, pulling me out of position. Well, it looks like they're finally sending forward a scout here. Some Persian infantry are making their way forward, and they're following up with their Barcanians. Okay, well, let's see if I can get my spears down in time. And yeah, they're gonna hurt my Thracians. Oh, they broke right away. Never mind. They're not gonna hurt shit. And yeah, oh, maybe I should get my spears down on that side. Spears down here, and then you guys can go in. Let's get Egrianians just charging into melee so I can break those guys off of my dudes. Break, break, break. There we go. And let's just move you up here. And can we get a quick charge in on you? Let's move up here. Let's go ahead and get your spears down, and then your spears down as well. Thracians can get back. And yeah, we're gonna run those guys down, but let's just keep an eye on these guys, making sure that they're not jumping on my guys. Let's move up my infantry and support. Let's go ahead and get spears down yet again. You as well. You guys get back, please. And then you guys get spears down. And yeah, charge in here and charge in here. Counter charge, please, and thank you. Yeah, drive off those Percanians, and then yeah, those guys are going to get eliminated. Nice. So let's get the cav back, and then keep pushing forward here, and then here, and then yeah, let's push forward here. Thracians are just way out of position. Poor guys. So let's get a hit. Yeah, Thracians are breaking. We've had those guys for a while. We've had those guys, you know, obviously since we invaded Thrace. So yeah, it's a shame losing them. Let's try to get my companion Cav back here because they're fighting spears. That is not what we want. So yeah, you guys can run, please, and run. Get out of dodge. And that kind of looks like a retreat. Let's run my guys up, and let's run you guys up as well. Let's try to hit those guys. And then, yeah, let's see what we can do. I mean, obviously I want to get the Mardians if I can. But then, yeah, let's tap these guys in the rear. And let's see if we can break some of these infantrymen.
The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
That's the full break, which is fine, but obviously I want the wipe, so let's come in here and get into these guys. Go, 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 go. You guys get into them. And what are we looking at? 74%? Alright, we have some work yet to do, but I think that maybe too many of them got away.
Is a victory fit for the gods?
Ah, it's a shame.
To mark with a song or two.
We got 83%. So close. So close, but not quite. So, yeah, the survivors are going to get away. We killed 794. We lost 43. But what's important is that we have saved Halicarnassus. And where do those guys retreat back to? Do they go all the way back to Isis? Kind of looks like... Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that doesn't look like them, because the army that I just defeated only had one Mardian, so those guys are damaged. So maybe they retreated all the way back to Isis. Retinue expands. Veteran warriors, so +1 to personal security, and then +1 command when commanding infantry. How about that? All right, yeah, let's get Alex into... Can we get you... God damn it, we can't get you into the... We can get your cav into Halicarnassus. Can we even retrain any of these guys? We can't. Because we can't... Yeah, we don't have... we can't retrain allied cav or companions, or obviously Thessalian mercenaries, so... So there's no point. I mean, maybe... I don't know, we could get the generals in, but even then it's like, why? Because... I mean, I guess we could, like, raise taxes. But our port is blockaded, so we're not making that much money anyway. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and I hope by putting you on, that's not going to deplete our movement enough to...
Ready to sail!
To not, like, go there and back. You know what? Let's not risk it.
Yes,
Let's just
sir.
do that.
Leaving the army. Off the boats.
Let's come back.
Ready! Yes, Captain!
And we'll move you over next turn.
Sir!
And maybe I'll bring some more guys as well.
My lord!
But there we go, just like that. We got 4 more Hephaestus and an Agrianian, a Hoplite. I'll take it. All good stuff.
Onward!
Yeah, that feels good. And then the next turn, I mean, the next episode, I feel good about this sally out here against that army. And, you know, I feel good about this stuff. But again, I don't know a lot about what's happening up here. I need more vision. In fact, like, where the hell is this settlement? Is it...
Moving into position. Out of move.
Where is this place? Okay. This is like the biggest province ever. But, I mean, from what I can tell, I feel good about it. Do we have any vision on these guys? Just the barbarian archers, that's all we see. Well, so yeah. What I'm looking at is that going into the next episode, with a, you know, we'll take a, maybe a turn or two retraining units. I don't, god damn it, I don't want to spend that much time. I'll think about how much time I want to be spending retraining my soldiers, but it would be nice having, you know, a retrained phalangite corps and picking up the prodromoi as well. I'll see if I can get away with just one turn of retraining before I move on and push back out again against these other Persian stacks. And I did like the river battle, so I might return to that and just advance up here onto Sinop again and take another fight again. And if it goes as it did, you know, as the last one did, maybe I stand firm and hold against a second attack from a second wave, or maybe I retreat again. I'm not quite sure, but in any case, that is all going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, peace.